It's another beautiful hot September day, mid-September day, and we're just having a look at these wonderful hot lemon drop chilies. These are the ones that I was a little bit worried about last year in October. I couldn't get them to turn yellow. They just wouldn't turn, and so I ended up making hot lemon drop chili jam while they were still green, and it still had an amazing flavor because these ones have such a wonderful hot lemony flavor. They taste just like what they're called, really, hot lemon drop chilies. So good, so delicious, so lemony, so fresh. But they're extra good when they're yellow, of course. And so because they take a long time to ripen, at least in our climate, where we don't get as much sun as we would love, they just weren't getting ripe. And so I took them inside and chopped them right down. I did a whole video on it. You can see it was sort of an experiment because I'd never tried to keep them over winter. I'd always just used them as annuals and sown them again from seed every February because they do really tend to get lots of aphids and things like that if you keep them in the house. But I did it, and it just worked so well. I mean, just look at all these chilies that are coming now. And because they already had their roots going and didn't need to start fresh from seed, they are getting ripe much earlier than they were last year. And we have been eating them for a while now, just slowly picking the yellow ones. But now they're really starting to all come in. I mean, just look at this abundance here. And this is just one of the plants. It's so full. I've got several more. And so I haven't had to sow any at all this year. I'm going to keep them. You can keep them as perennials for ages. So I'm going to chop them down once they're finished fruiting. And probably next month or so. Because it'll get too cold for them to be outside. They're right outside in the patio, no protection or anything like that. And then I'll keep them inside over winter again. And just start from all over again. Keeping them going. And not having to buy any more seed or save any seed or anything. It's just such a huge saver of time. Time saver, I should say. Let me show you some of the other plants too. Amazing ones. It's a little bit tricky to see them because there's so much going on here. And they're so bushy and they're so fruitful. There's still lots and lots of flowers. And these ones might not end up, well, they've got another month or more. I think it's by the end of October we tend to have to take things inside. It gets too cold. So they'll easily turn green and be a good decent size. And actually it's quite nice to bring them inside and just have them keep going throughout winter. I was still picking chilies in November and December last year from the ones I took inside and didn't chop down. Because I chopped down like half of them, I think, and then kept the other ones going with their chilies on so I get some ripe ones. So good. Just look at all these. I mean, these are several plants here, but all again planted last year and kept over winter. So many chilies, and because they're all still quite green, these ones, it's quite hard to spot them. But they are big and beautiful, and you see they turn a sort of brownish color and then go almost like blackish and then go yellow afterwards. And they taste good when they're green too. Oh my goodness. They have the perfect amount of heat, I feel. Perfect for us anyhow. So yummy. They're really my favorite chilies. There's also some you can get that are called mango ones. They're in the same family. So I want to try those as well, maybe. They're a bit more orange, which makes sense. I'm not sure if they taste different. It'd be interesting to see if they actually tasted of mango. I don't imagine they do. So these ones should be yellow soon, and this one too. This great big one. But yes, they are doing so well. Growing so big and beautiful. There's another one. And again, so many flowers, so we'll have them for a while. The flowers are really pretty as well. But if you have some beautiful chili plants that you've grown this year from seed, I definitely suggest that you keep them over winter. Just keep them ticking over, don't water them too much, and keep them away from other plants, because I found that when I had them near some of my other house plants, they really gave them bugs. They all got infested with mealybugs, and you don't want that in other house plants. So I kept them this year. I kept them on a separate windowsill, and that worked very well. They were isolated from the others. But yes, I'm never going to sow them again. Hopefully I'll just keep them going forever. Let's see how long it lasts. But definitely for a few years. Just really gives you such a head start on chilies, and they're so amazing. I'm gonna pick some for lunch now too. We have them with every meal, even breakfast. Luckily they're healthy because we really like them. There's another one. Oh, and this one has a little yellow one on too. Or a nice one that's turning yellow. See, look. That's a beauty. There's a little Chilean guava cutting. It's growing quite good as well. There's lots going on here. But yes, definitely, I can't recommend growing these guys as perennials enough. It is such a good idea. It worked so well. There's so many chilies here. I am definitely going to make a big batch of hot lemon drop chili jam this year. My goodness. And I'll freeze some down as well. And we just keep on going. It's such a treat.